I always trusted my husband. Always. Until that night. When everything changed. I was just sitting there, folding laundry, when I heard his phone buzz. A simple vibration, nothing dramatic. But it was late, and he was in the shower. My heart skipped a beat. I don't know what got into me. I wasn't planning to do anything. But I glanced. And then, I froze. On the screen, I saw her name. Laura, what time are you coming? My fingers went numb. My chest tightened. It felt like the room collapsed in on me. Who was she? Why would she ask that? What was he hiding? That single message shattered something deep inside me. I sat down on the couch, shaking, barely able to breathe. Tears started to fall before I could even stop them. I covered my mouth with my hand, trying not to scream. Trying to believe it was nothing. But my whole world had just tilted. My name is Rachel. And today, here I am. Sitting beside James. In front of Isabel, our therapist. Because I need answers. I need to know. Why did he betray me? I knew James was different from the very beginning. It was that day in the park. He was sitting alone on a bench, staring at his watch. Like he was counting the seconds to leave. I don't know what got into me, but I walked straight up to him. At first, he barely spoke. But somehow, that silence felt safe. So I stayed. He looked surprised. Shy. But he nodded. James wasn't the type to open up easily. But little by little, he let me in. I was the one who fought for our relationship from the start. And honestly, it was worth every second. One day, he looked at me and smiled.
You know, I think it was your stubbornness that melted my heart. You never gave up.
And just like that, something real began. A few months after our first child was born, everything changed. It was my idea to stop working and stay home with the kids. And I don't regret it. Not really. I wanted to give them the best care. Be present every moment. But some days, it's just too much. I work 24/7. No breaks. No weekends. No paycheck. No thank you. And still, it feels like no one really sees what I do. Like all this effort just disappears in the middle of the laundry. The meals, the tears, the toys on the floor. Sometimes I ask myself, am I still the same woman who smiled with James in that park years ago? Because now, when I look at him, it's like he's slowly slipping away from me. Something changed in James these last few weeks. He was distant. Always tired. Always saying work, but never explaining what was really going on. Then, came that Tuesday night. He got home late. His face was heavy. Our daughter ran to him, smiling, wanting to play. And he snapped. He yelled at her. That had never happened before. And something inside me cracked. Later, he went to take a shower. And then, his phone buzzed. It was on the table. The screen lit up. I shouldn't have, I know. But something in my chest, some fear I couldn't name, took over me. My hands were shaking. My breathing was fast. And there it was. Laura. "What time are you coming?" she asked. My world froze. I stared at the message, unable to move. I sat down slowly. My legs were weak. My mouth covered with my hand, as if that could hold back the scream building in my throat. Tears just started falling. Silent. Endless. Did he betray me? How could he? I looked down at the phone again. His name. His face. Our wedding ring shining on my hand. "That's when we found you, Isabel. That's when we decided to try couple therapy." We walked into the room without saying a word to each other. I was still shaking inside. Isabel looked at us with kind eyes and asked softly if I wanted to start. I took a deep breath. "I dedicate every single moment of my life to our family. Every meal. Every bedtime story. Every bath. Every hug. Every single thing. And now, I find this. A message from another woman." He walks in with a cold face, barely speaks to me, always says it's work. And then I see this? How am I supposed to trust him again? This doesn't feel like a marriage anymore. I give everything. And now I just feel empty. Then, Isabel leaned slightly forward, her voice calm and steady.
"Rachel, I deeply understand your pain. But to find healing, we always listen to both sides. Isn't that right, James?"
He looked at me, eyes serious. Then he said, quietly but firmly,
Rachel, my love, it's not what you think. It's far more complicated than that.
In the next episode, James will reveal a shocking truth. What do you think is really happening here? Has Rachel misunderstood everything? Or is James hiding something even deeper? If you were Rachel, would you have checked James's phone? Can trust ever be fully restored after seeing a message like that? Do you think James deserves the benefit of the doubt? Stay tuned. And I'll see you in the next video.